To start out with tonight, but we finally got it going. Good evening, everybody. I hope we have a couple of people out there, or will in a few minutes anyway. Right now, we got 0 viewers. I'm going to readjust the camera a little bit while we're going here too. I had it a little tall for you. Now we got it going.
A little taller than most.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We still have no viewers at the moment, but
trying to try now.
We are finally back. Got one of my Apple viewers that I can at least send them a note on because my phone's in use over there. So I have the old phone over here as a chat monitor and such.
Oh, so do you have like your people on there? You can still chat and say, "Hey, yeah." I just
as long as they have iMessage, I can do that.
Yeah, I sent my wife some info there too.
All right. Oh, we got 3 viewers on Rumble now.
Here we are. So
y'all say hello out there. Let us know who's out there. So let me get started here. We're going to go ahead and introduce our guest host. This is the Pimp Master. He is one of the first people I actually saw when I woke up from my coma. Yeah, forgot something.
Yeah, you got to put that on. You got to get the full.
Got to get the full Hatter effect going.
Full effect of the Hatter.
Joshua, hello, sir. This is one of our regulars down from the Orlando area.
Oh, okay.
Actually, worked with him when I was working for Walden Books.
Oh, very nice.
Quite a few years back.
Okay. All right. So kind of a regular.
Yeah, he's one of our regular viewers. As a matter of fact, he attempted to have one of these with us tonight, but forgot he didn't have vermouth. So he made a combination of the old fashioned and the whiskey sour together.
Okay.
But we're going to do all 3 at once. That's what we're having tonight. Is the old Manhattan's sour.
Manhattan sour. I'm looking forward to it. You said that you have kind of already mixed it up, played it out.
Yep.
It's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, I've done it twice so far. So let's go ahead and get started here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with our shaker. We're going to get, you know what I didn't grab from in there? My jigger.
Oh, you need that.
I need the jigger.
Yeah, we got ice right here. I think we got everything else.
Yeah, jigger is the only thing I forgot in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think you got the top.
Yeah. Hey, I could use that. All right, so we're going to start out with a 1/2 ounce of egg whites.
All right, Mike, I'm trusting you on this one here. 1/2 ounce egg whites. All right.
There. And then we're going to go with the 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. Oh, you know what? I did forget one more thing out there. Excuse me.
Oh,
simple syrup.
You got the lemon juice?
Yeah, I got it in my hand.
Oh, you got it in your hand. Okay. Just trying to help him out.
There we go. Simple syrup. All right, so we got our 1/2 ounce of lemon juice to add. I've done that every time, just like that. A little extra lemon juice in it.
All right.
That one. All right, and next is our simple syrup. Again, 1/2 ounce. All right.
Syrup, 1/2 ounce.
Our vermouth, we are to do 3/4 of an ounce.
All right, so while you're making this, you gotta tell me.
I gotta remember. Hold on.
Oh God, he's got to remember. He's got to remember how to make the drink.
It's all good. You're just so gonna get my phone.
I was going to ask him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where did he come up with this? Like, where did he hear this from? Like, where?
I came up with it on my own.
Okay.
This is a totally original. I gotta take the top off it first.
Oh,
yeah. I haven't had any liquor yet, but I'm.
He's only going to have one.
Right.
He's a one and done tonight.
1/2 ounce. So it is 1 full ounce of vermouth, sweet vermouth.
Okay.
In this particular case, we're using Gallo. If you use another vermouth, you will probably need to adjust for
those Gallo.
the sweet and sour aspect a little bit on your own there. All right, and we get 2 ounces of, and I'm using tonight, Old Forester 100 rye. Now, the sage will tell you I'm normally not a rye guy myself.
I was just about to say, do you normally?
I normally
use rye. Okay, all right.
But this was kind of my tribute to him in this respect too.
Okay.
You know, learning the mixology from my buddy.
Now is Sage a rye? Is he a rye?
He's more of a rum. But yeah, we do a lot of whiskey, and he tends to like some of the ryes. He tells me that I like the wheaters and the sweet stuff like that. Yeah. But he tends to like it a little different like that.
So if you go with rye, I think honestly, my opinion, probably one of the best ryes is Angel's Envy.
I've heard of that, and Scott's talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big rye guy.
4 Angostura bitters dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4. But
that's kind of my go-to.
Gotcha.
And, everybody's kind of got their own, but I think the Angel's Envy rye is probably the best.
It's 4 dashes of Angostura bitters. We've got 1 dash. I use the Fee Brothers West Indian orange bitters for this. We're going to do 1 dash of that. And we also have cocoa bitters over here, but that doesn't get used until the end. And I'll show you how that works in a minute. Here comes the fun part. Now, I am not as good at this as Scott is, so it's probably going to look a little like it does in the cartoon.
And Josh said,
who all we got out there? We got Josh. We got the insane one.
Yeah, Josh said it looks like you've had 2 test drinks before you started.
Yeah, not tonight. All right, that should be good enough. And I did forget one more thing. There's in the freezer, there is a red silicone big ice tray type thing.
Got it.
For whiskey cubes.
Yep.
Should be over near the left-hand side.
Got it. You need 2?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, 2. 1 for each of us. All right. And now that we've got it all good and shaken up, that was a dry shake, by the way. Now we're going to do a wet shake. I see that, Ryan. My buddy Ryan says, I'm a rye guy.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah,
he kind of goes by rye. All right, so we got the wet shake. We got the dry shake first to get it all emulsified and everything. Now we got the wet shake to dilute it and get it chilled. And like I said, I'm not as good at the shake as the Sage is. So.
He's going to be disappointed when he sees this. He's going to be like, man, I got to get you.
I'm going to do the honors and get us a cherry out there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You can use this if you need to. Okay.
See, me, I normally get not just a cherry. I normally get a cherry and some of the juice out of it because I kind of like mine.
A little in there.
I kind of like mine a little sweeter.
All righty, sir. There is that. Let me get us an orange peel here too. I should have had this peel ahead of one.
Oh, there we go.
That cut all the way into that orange. Split that. Press a little bit of that on top. Alrighty. Poke that on there for you.
There we go.
There you go, sir.
All right.
There is your old Manhattan sour. Manhattan sour.
The old Manhattan sour. All right.
Take it on up there to the camera. Show those folks while I start making mine.
So here you go. It kind of has a little hazy.
Yeah, a little bit of a haze to it. It's got the little foam going up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, last night I propped it on top instead of sticking it down there.
Yeah. There you go. Good for the prop. Very nice. All right.
So let me get mine going over here now.
I feel like I need to wait for you.
Now, if you want to get into it, go ahead. Scott and I do normally go ahead and wait a little bit, but that's all right.
No, I'm gonna
have her focus your camera. He says, Dude, that's an autofocus. So if it's not focused, I don't know what else to do with it at the moment.
It could have been me walking up. Yeah, it may have got off focus when I walked up there.
Right.
Kind of showed the drink, but
let's see here. So meanwhile, I'll go ahead and give out our socials. That is at Loquacious Libations on all three: Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. We're Loquacious_Libations on Instagram and on X at Loquacious Live.
Loquacious Live, I love that.
Yeah, it wouldn't let us do Loquacious Libations. There's too many characters. That. You know what? I feel like I did do something wrong on this because something said 3/4, but I don't see it now. So, all right, it's all good. It'll still taste fine. All right, where was it? I got those 3 bitters and vermouth. 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what I did forget on yours? Chocolate. Cocoa bitter.
Ooh.
So here, let me borrow your drink for just a minute there.
Uh-huh.
We're going to do 1, 2, right there. And then you can kind of, swirl a little bit. And that puts a little chocolate right at the top of it, right before you take that drink. All right. This. Hey, Kelly, good to see you, fella. I will get everybody introduced here in just a second.
So the egg whites is kind of what gives it the foam.
Yeah.
Obviously, like look on top.
Right.
And I imagine the haze comes from that too.
That and lemon juice.
Lemon juice,
is getting in there with it too. All right. And I just did that. There we go. This. I'll get it right here in a minute. And I'm about to burn up again. Yeah. Spilling on my laptop. There we go. It's time. All right. Excuse me just a second.
All right, you're gonna know if I like this or not, because if I like it, I'm gonna be telling you, make me another one.
There you go. All right, so let's get that dry shake going.
Now you have to explain to me what's the
dry shake.
Yeah, I know that just kind of mix everything up, but
yeah, and what it does when you say wet shake, you see that that the egg white gets pressurized.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Last time I was able to hold it, I didn't get it this time. But that does the emulsifying. While it's at room temperature, technically.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I normally do mine. All of the shakes when I'm mixing up any old fashioned or anything like that. I normally just do mine with with the ice in there.
Right. With the wet shake.
Yeah.
All right. Did you do the honors and get me a cherry going there, sir?
Yes, sir. All right.
Thank you. Yeah, this hat and this shirt's gonna have to come off in a minute. It's a little warm in here tonight, y'all. There we go. Pardon me. Let me step out here for a minute. Oh, you know what? My mic's not even on. Is this one? Can they even hear us? There we go. I got mine again. How's your mic doing? Is it green? Nope. No. Your mic is off altogether. Let me see it. There you go. So have you guys not been able to hear us the entire time?
Maybe not.
We can hear you just fine, he says. Oh, that's right. They were answering our questions earlier.
I was about to say, yeah.
I don't know what happened then. All right. Well, let's do our do the honors here.
All right. So I don't think you have your. You got the.
I didn't get the orange.
The orange.
Thank you.
Yep.
And express the orange. Stick this on here. Mine's not as pretty as the one last night, but
all right. So this.
Cheers.
Say it again. The name.
The Old Mad Hatton's Sour.
There we go. Cheers.
Cheers to all of you.
Yep.
What do you think?
It's not bad. Yeah, you'll.
That's me off. Dude, I am pouring sweat.
Yeah, you'll eventually make me another one.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna have to come off of these because for some reason these might be cutting off.
Oh, okay. Hello.
You met me.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully you guys can still hear us. It's only going to be the microphone from over there. Can you guys hear us now? And you hear us now.
We
Okay,
can.
okay.
We can.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So let me go ahead and get everybody introduced here. Number one, like I said, this is the Pump Master. This is Derek Frazier. He's our local representative. Well, you tell him.
Yeah. So I am the local Abiomed representative. And for those of you guys that don't know, Abiomed is, well, I guess now
the company that saved my life and Scott's life.
Yeah, and a division of Johnson & Johnson now. But we make an Impella device, which is a miniature heart pump. So it's a miniature, life-saving device, as you know.
I'm walking proof of it right here.
Can attest to.
Yep.
So, that's really how we met, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I
woke up from my hospital bed and somebody introduced him to me literally as the Pump Master.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
that was how he was first introduced to me. So that's what I worked into his character.
Yeah. No, and I loved it. I loved it. I saw the character and I thought it was great. I showed it to my wife and she was like, This is phenomenal.
Did you get in on the real detail with it?
Oh yeah, I zoomed in. I was like, look at like what it says here on the readout, the EKGs, crazy phrasey on there.
Right.
Like I was like,
get the Impella right?
Yeah. What is so what's interesting off of the pump, and when you go to AI, because I've done the same thing. I've tried to make like AI Impellas.
Yeah.
I've played around a little bit. I'm not near as good as you are, but
I'm getting lucky.
I'll do like Impellas and try to make and it always shows something very similar to
right.
It never gets like really what the actual Impella looks like.
When Scott was doing the Rome Odyssey thing, he was doing videos and pictures for us and all that through that entire 8 weeks, right? It never got him right at all. He was always being played by another character. I mean, we had Thomas Jane. We had different celebrities that would be the sage. Now, me, it
never had him like consistent.
Yeah,
he was always. It looked like he was always different.
Yeah, somewhere between John Cena and Thomas Jane. One time we did Daniel Craig. One time we did Dwayne Johnson.
Great. That's good. Dude,
well, it was pretty funny.
my character didn't look like any of those people.
Yeah.
I was like, I always like try to tell people, make me look like a young Tom Cruise,
Right.
or you actually look like me. I'm like, why don't you make me a young Dwayne Johnson?
I get better at it as I went too. Scott gave me some tips, and he said, look, what you do is you actually use the AI to give you the correct prompts to do videos.
Oh,
so you describe to it what you want in the ask side first, and then develop all that. And okay, give me the prompt for that. Then you take that prompt over to the imagine side and throw it in there.
Yeah, I've got to play. I mean, the only thing I play around with is either like a Chat GPT or something like that. But I got to get better, at that. But
I have the Grok first tier paid on that. Is what I've been using, and it's pretty consistent. Yeah, as far as that goes.
So Mike, is Grok? You said it's Grok.
Yeah,
is that like, now what is that? What platform's that off of?
Elon Musk X.
Oh, it's off of X.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh, cool. But yeah, so what's interesting, like when you think about, just going back kind of to telling our story is,
these guys
you got
out there in the chat.
You got into you got out of the hospital, you recovered, and once the Impella came out,
and I only had it for what, a couple of days.
It was almost a week. Yeah, close to a week.
I was in coma for 5 days total.
Yeah. Yep. And so I think once we removed the Impella, we never saw each other.
Right.
Because at that point in time, we don't round or we don't go and see the patients at that time. And we were when we met, we were at Lucky's.
Yeah.
And so
there's a little grocery store just up the street that had a shop and sip. So it was a little bar that you could go in and get a beer or wine while you shopped.
Yep.
And Scott and I, when we were first starting to do our weekly drinks, we're meeting up there.
Yep.
And we ran into you up there.
Yeah, because which was amazing. We didn't know this.
Right.
But at the time, I literally, me and my wife literally lived in the condos
next door.
Next door.
Yeah. Sage's son lives up there too.
Really?
Yeah.
And we had no idea, and so that's why we were always.
Yeah.
That's why we'd always like run into. We would see each other, at Lucky's, and I remember the first time that we did see each other, and that was the first time I met Scott.
Right.
Too, and what was cool was, I had never seen the Abiomed hat.
Right, and he had one.
And he had one on, and it was, and you could tell, man, that thing was.
No, we don't want to do that. Okay.
I wonder if I'm surprised he didn't get on.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can get in touch with him another way, because he's not on iMessage. I can't do like I did with Ryan with him. Where am I going to find him?
Look at some of the.
Yeah. Okay. So Ryan. Back a minute ago here. we got crazy going on back here. Yeah, the sound went out because Scott called me. The Sage is trying to call. All right, so we got a lot of chat to catch up with here. Yeah. But basically going back.
It says no audio, no audio, no audio.
So Ryan says he needs a heart pump device for sure. Chesh says I could make so many comments. Kelly says don't hold back, Chesh. Chesh says right. He said heart pump, not penis pump.
It's perfect.
Brian Cranston, he says, no need for the people. Anyway, can't say what you play with online, but you can on OnlyFans. Yeah, see, our chat gets kind of interesting now.
It does. I see this. Here's one. So, Pump Master Dr. EMT, not a doctor, and not EMT. Actually, yeah. Geez, so I'm actually a CVT, so an RCIS.
Same as my daughter.
Same as your daughter, yeah. Yep. So went to
who trained with you too, right?
Yeah. So we met each other a few times, and we actually did if I'm not mistaken, I think we did an Impella case together when she was a student.
Right.
Yeah, because obviously at that time I'd already went industry, but
right.
So yeah, I went to Santa Fe, got my degree, and my RCIS, and then worked in the cath lab, working with hearts. Did that for about 11 years, and then went to Abiomed. And now I've been here for 10 years now. And so now
it's been 9 years since my heart attack coming up this October.
Yeah, I mean
9 years.
It was because it was early on. It was definitely early on.
So it's a CBD?
Yeah.
No. CVT.
Yeah. No. Not CBD. CVT. Cardiovascular technologist.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and I think about it's been 9 years, and because Mike, that was like early on.
Yeah.
So that was early on in my career.
Right.
And I mean, we've talked about your story before,
yeah.
And I think I've told you this, that early on, I think of we saw patients, and it would we would see the patients that were like, oh, they're going to be fine, right, and the next day we'd come there and they're not fine. Or the next day we come there and they're not there anymore. Because overnight they struggled. Overnight they didn't, they didn't make it.
Right.
And those are the ones that we thought, and I learned that early on with Abiomed. Like when we put the Impel in, we're like, oh man, they're going to be fine.
Not necessarily the case, right.
And then we also had the flip side of the ones that we put the pump in, and we were like, dude,
that was me.
They're not gonna make it.
They did not think I was going to come out of that for sure. I got told at one point that they thought that I had less than a 50% chance of waking up.
Yeah.
And less than a 20% chance of being whole.
Yeah.
If I did.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the day going in to see you.
I know I'm still not whole.
And I always say, like, what is whole? Like, they're like, people like, oh, I want to be normal. It's like, well, what is normal?
Normal? No.
Normal. I mean, yeah.
That
determines what normal is.
Right.
But, I think of the day that I went in to see you, and I remember the picture, like the picture got sent to me, or the picture that I think it's one of the ones you have online.
Yeah.
That normally when it comes to all the pumps and all that.
The way they gauged how I was doing was how many pumps were behind me on the bed. At one point, I think I had 28 was the highest number of pumps that I had back there. And there was this vile, dark fucking fluid in this container up there that they were draining out of me.
That was what they were taking out of your lungs.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, it was impressive, and
it's surreal to this day to me that I went through that.
Yeah. Well, I think a couple things. Like I think that obviously
Sage is on. He finally made it. Yeah, he finally made it. And Kelly, yes, you can attest to that for damn sure. Chesh says, oh, I forgot to mention I lost my dog due to the heat 2 days ago. Oh, dude, Monstar, seriously? I'm so sorry to hear that, Chesh. Kelly says, the Hatter's brain has never been normal. Now, Kelly is the one in this room that has known me the longest. He's known me since I was 8 years old.
Okay,
he was 10 at the time.
He's got tons of stories.
Oh, yeah, dude. This was my drum section leader in band in high school. for my first 2 years in band at Hateville High School. I was the bass drummer. He was the trip tom.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a very cool time. Was one time in band camp? No. Sage pops in and he says, Rumble makes you jump through more fucking hoops than Frankie did to get back to Kansas just to fucking sign in here. Sage, glad to see you out there, buddy.
That's awesome.
Chesh says, has Hatter even had one? I guess he's talking about a brain. Ryan says, agreed, Kill. Yeah, Ryan's known me for a good 30 years. He and I were in a Christian rock trio together. But the way we met was I was managing a music store in Douglasville, Georgia. And,
really?
Yeah,
okay.
I was managing this podunk little music store. I was the only employee of the music store because the owner had 10 stores. So he stuck one person in each store.
So it was kind of like your store.
Yeah, it was kind of like my store. And so if you came in, I was the only one you ever dealt with because I was the one there 48 hours a week, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6. Right?
Every day.
So, and at night, I gigged in a band.
So it was
hair down to here. You know?
You had hair?
Oh, dude, did I have hair? Ryan can tell you flat out. I had some thick fucking hair, dude. I mean, here, awesome. People would come in the store and they would say, dude, I don't know whether to call you Jesus or Charles Manson.
I'd probably go with the first one if I had to choose.
I'll show you the pictures later because I've got my old ID pic from that time.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome.
And Chesh says, hey, Sage, welcome to the other side. Sage says, worst fucking interface in history at these.
Yeah, I saw that.
Tell me about it. Hi, Ryan. Okay, so all the hellos and everything. I almost lost him. I was able to get him medical treatment. Talking about his pup.
Nice. Okay.
So good Chesh. I was 19. Yeah, Ryan was 19 at the time. I was early 20s. So here we're talking 92. Is when I started working at that music store. And Ryan and his friend Kenny would come in, and they would just come in and want to play shit. You know, they weren't really buying.
I love this. So I have to do. So wait, now I have to do like what like now. You know, I have teammates that work with me now, and I have to do what they do because all of them are so much younger, and so they'll say like, you know, when you're like 92, I started working. So in my mind, I'm thinking 92. I was.
Oh shit! I don't even want to hear this. Do I?
92. No. So in 92 you don't answer
because I don't know how old you are.
So 92 I would have been 9.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Yeah, because I was born in 83, so I'd have been 9.
Oh, dude, you were born 4 years before I graduated high school.
Yeah. Okay. So so I have to find every time I find the opportunity to take that because now, Mike, I'm getting older too.
Yeah.
So now, like I tell you know that my teammates that like work with me, I'm like, oh, you know, I graduated high school in 02, right. College in 07, and I got like they're like 07, like you graduated high school in 02. They're like, yeah, I was 5 when you graduated high school, and I'm thinking, what? Okay, so at least it's not that bad. Right? I was like 9, and you were just coming in to start working, so at least it wasn't that bad. So I got to find an opportunity every now and then when I hear people, yeah, you know, 92. That's when I started working like my first job. I'm like, okay, that's a good opportunity to make it seem like, you know, I'm not always the old guy in the room.
Right.
Tonight that title goes to you.
Oh yes, it definitely does. And normally that would go to Sage. So yeah, tonight I'm the elder in the room. Chesh says, dude, you're 1 year younger than me, Pump Master. So you and Sage are right at the same. I mean, Sage and Chesh are right at the same age. Sage and Chesh were both Marines. They don't know each other, but they have that brotherhood going on. Chesh, the insane one here, he's the guy that I play a game with online.
Okay.
I play a DC. It's called DC Dark Legion.
Oh yeah.
Superhero show.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a big gamer myself.
Oh cool. Cool.
Yeah.
So we play DC Dark Legion together. And Chesh, that happened to be his name with me, Howard. And we run an alliance in there called Arkham Asylum.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
He used to be the head, and I was the chief of staff, and now we flipped spots for a little while. You know. So. But Chesh is let's put it this way: he's in fugitive recovery.
Fugitive recovery. Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, it says here
he's a badass.
The insane one looks like you guys are screwed. You got 2 Marines in the chat now.
Yeah, that's Sage.
So yeah. Okay.
Sage. Right. So yeah.
Very nice, Mike. So I don't know. We probably talked about this last time because I normally always bring this up. It's like I wish I could say I was, but I don't know if I would have ever made it. But just because I'm too. I like to think I'm too nice of a guy, but my brother was a Marine.
Yeah.
So my brother fought in Desert Storm, served his 4 years.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in Desert Storm.
Insane one says, just say bounty hunter.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I was trying to be nice about it, but yeah, he said, just say bounty hunter. Yeah, he's bounty hunter.
Yeah. I have some buddies of mine that are now in the medical field, and after they got out of the service, that's kind of they did some of that stuff too. But I tell you, so even my brother's a handful of years older than me, and hopefully he never hears this, but he's a lot smaller than I am too.
Well, hopefully he won't see this online.
No, but he, I still, I don't know, man. I still wouldn't really fuck with him,
right? Marines. No, you just no.
They're just. Literally, man. They're just different. Like you want them. You literally want those guys on your side. You want them boys on your team. You don't want them.
Right.
You don't want them like against you. I have a really good buddy of mine that actually, he actually works at Shan's in the cath lab.
Oh, cool. Wonder if he worked on it.
He very well may have, because he was Agent myself. He was a student when I still worked there, and now he's like the director of the lab.
Oh wow.
He kind of runs the lab. He's the manager of the lab per se, but super nice guy, super fun. Like he cut up, have a good time. But he's an ex-Marine as well too. And
cool. Ex-Marine though. They're always a Marine. Period.
True. That's true. He just you can just tell me he's got that edge to him. And it's like they always eat crayons.
They all eat crayons.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that. There's some Marines on here. I'm not going to say you guys can attack him.
I'm allowed.
Go after him. He's the one that said Marines eat crayons.
Because both of these guys are my brothers. I get away with that, even though I never served.
Yeah, but like honestly, like I want him. Like I want him like on my like I don't.
Yeah.
Dude, I can just see he's got that. They just have that extra gear.
I got you covered there, Chesh. He said, did he just say X? That's exactly why I did that, by the way.
Yeah, that's on me. That's on me.
Oh shit, Sage, really? Good news, boys. Got the girlfriend to agree we need a boat. Trouble is I know the drill. I know that drill. Sage is gonna get himself a boat.
Sage,
I see a remote party on the ocean somewhere.
Yeah,
be a Starlink.
Sage, that's a bad decision, my friend. You know what boat stands for, right? Break out another 1,000.
That's right. When I was a loan officer, I heard that a million times.
Yeah,
and especially when I was actually trying to do a boat loan. Because we had when I was I worked for a credit union here locally.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, when I had the heart attack, I was still working for them.
Okay.
I had to hear. You want to hear a reason why I had that heart attack? One of the contributing factors was about 7 months prior to that, I was responsible for $400,000 worth of loans per month individually at a branch of that credit union.
You're giving out a lot of money, Mike.
No, not giving not giving it. That's what I had to. That was my quota. My personal quota was $400,000.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So you talk about some high pressure.
Yeah.
And then I made a bad mistake one day, and anyway, got demoted from loan officer down to call center.
Oh shit!
I was in the call center when I had the heart attack.
Well, I mean, man, so I think about this, like with like being in industry, and I say industry like medical device industry or any kind of industry, really. Sales is that like, man, the pressure of that.
Oh, dude.
I mean, and if you don't have something like in your life that you're, my wife's really good at, like, trying to balance me out and make sure that I'm, eating right, trying to get some exercise, trying to, watch how much I drink, which I mean, but, I mean, but trying to just, because in my mind, it's like, what do you do to relax? I'm going to say, well, I eat steak and drink whiskey. I mean, that's kind of what, I feel. So
Sage has a couple of things for us here.
Yeah.
He says, Derek, Pumpmaster, sorry, didn't call you out for huge props. By the way, he said he almost shit himself when he saw one of the gags. I'll tell you about that in a minute too. Get a houseboat and take the show on the water. Exactly, Chish. Michael took 400 grand from me at Music Depot. Probably about right, Ryan. Because he did end up starting to buy stuff. He went to work for this company called Print Pack that made all the bags for Lay's potato chips and shit. And he worked there for freaking years and years and years. Younger than me, and is retired.
Oh my gosh!
Of course, he hurts from all the work that he did. But
man, I might be in the wrong field,
right?
And then Sage said,
"Boy, this dude is the man. I see your old boss is running for governor now. Do you know that?
Yes, sir. He definitely is.
Mike Minogue for governor of Massachusetts. Let's do it, man.
Yeah,
let's go.
He definitely is. I'm still in contact, not with Mike, who used to be who was our old CEO, who I think Sage obviously had a great relationship with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But Sage was
he had his phone number.
Yeah, Sage was
called
one
here. The night that I had my heart attack, Sage messaged Mike Minogue. That's how I got in so quick.
Oh, yeah.
Because you asked Jen that night, my ex. So you asked her, who do you guys know?
So yeah. So funny story with this, Sage. I mean, and we may have talked about this last time, but funny story with this was when I got the word that we were putting a pump in a cardiogenic shock patient, which was you. I received a handful of phone calls. One of them was from my boss at the time, and he was like, "All right, man." He said, "You're about to go." He said, "You're about to go do a case," and he's like, "Everybody knows that you're about to go do this case at corporate," and they're like, they said. So now you got to remember, I granted, at that point in time, I had like 10 years of medical experience, and but I only been working with Abiomed. I was still relatively new. I'd probably been working with Abiomed maybe about a year, and so definitely haven't learned all the tips and tricks and stuff. But they told me, they're like, Minogue knows this guy, and so there was the connection. The connection was there,
right?
And they're like, dude, so you got to make sure that you're on point. So back then when we documented, and they weren't concerned of like, insertion and things.
Right.
They wanted to make sure that documentation was on point, that I was, that we were that we were doing, we weren't missing what we needed to.
You want to know the funny part? That's what got me shot out of the credit union, was that kind of thing. The quality control stuff. Really? Not performance, but the quality control. Here, I forgot to note that I asked security questions on recorded calls.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
documented that I did it,
But you didn't.
but I didn't document
You
it.
didn't document it. Yeah.
So I got put out the door. Anyway.
Well. Well, so the pressure, the pressure with that, I didn't really, I didn't really feel that per se. Like I didn't feel the pressure, with it. I was just like, well, I mean, I'm just gonna go in and just do my job.
Yeah.
But
which that's the way you really got to handle it. In this
yeah,
situation.
oh yeah, absolutely.
You
Because if
can't
I go
let the
in,
pressure get to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, absolutely. So I mean, I remember,
Damn. It must have been pretty good after all.
Yeah, I got a little bit.
All right.
I might have been doing more than talking, maybe that's why. But
you want to know how? I'll make us know.
Yeah, you can make me another full one if you wanted to.
Let's split one.
I'm good with that too. It's easier. It's easier to make.
Plus, you got to drive home.
This is true.
We got to cool down a little bit after the show. Anyway.
It's very true.
You talk, I'll make.
So yeah, so that was when I knew, like, well, wait a minute, and then they finally connected the dots, or I got the info. I was like, who knows him? Like, how did we? And they were like, his friend, one of his his best friend has been through this. His best friend had been, which I had no idea until obviously I met Scott, that he was one of the first patients at North Florida.
Yes, as a matter of fact, he was the first patient.
Yeah.
If Scott, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe he may have been the first patient in North Florida. Period.
Yeah.
Maybe the whole state. I don't want to state that without.
Yeah, I think so, and he can let us know in the chat. But what was interesting was when they said that, I'm thinking, I'm like, well, who are they? Like, is it somebody that I've also, because at the time, I mean, I was the only person in Gainesville,
right?
In the Gainesville, Ocala area.
So Cash, I will send that to him. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, so that was very interesting to me because I'd never had that in my early career. I never had a call where it's like, hey, because I come from, you think about it. So I raised down a dirt road, and double wide trailer, just good old country boy. And now here I am in this big corporate space, and now I get a call that they're like, hey, the CEO is they're aware of what you're about to do, and I'm like, man, I mean, that was
Kelly, thank you for joining us tonight, brother. I will talk to you again soon. Kelly has to leave.
Yeah, I mean, so that was like, I'm like, wow. I mean, who really would have thought that, right? Like, I mean, I never would have thought that I would have had that, a CEO like following me,
right?
And like they're like, oh man, we're following your case. I'm like, my case? Like, how do they know? And that was all because of you, Scott. Because of you.
Sage, what did you think about our selection tonight, by the way? I want to get your opinion on that because I chose this directly because of you and your influence on me. So I want to see what he has to say about what whiskey I chose this evening. And by the way, Derek, give these gentlemen an assessment of your drink over there. How was it?
So it was, well, obviously you can see it was pretty good. It didn't really have that old fashioned taste.
Yep.
That was really dialed down.
Right. But it's got all the aspects in there. It just didn't have all the.
Yeah, it didn't have all the hit of the old fashioned. I kind of got a little bit more of like the the Manhattan,
Manhattan whiskey sour
side. But
well,
that
doesn't
also
come through as much.
Yeah, but those still, I mean, those are still subtle, you know. So
Right.
I mean, kind of a
it's a conglomerate drink. It really is. It doesn't taste like any of the three of them.
No, but it has
it has its own little flavor. I mean, it's actually a pretty damn good little drink. I'm proud of it.
It kind of has a little bit of. It kind of has a little bit of all of them.
Yeah.
You know. So.
I'll check the chat again in just a second.
Let's see what we got while you're shaking. You make them cry. All love Sage.
Oh, by the way, Ryan, one thing on your character, I forgot to add to it, but originally I had a glass of Crown sitting on the piano next to you. That's what Ryan does, a straight Crown. That's his drink. All right.
Ryan's my kind of dude.
There we go.
Right.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah, a little more. Yep, not much more. There you go, sir.
Enough.
And cheers again to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to all of you.
Oh.
That's actually pretty freaking tasty.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of impressed that I was able to put that together.
It's not bad. I'm going to tell the Sage he ought to start letting you pick.
Uh-oh.
Pick
now,
more of the
here,
drinks.
You know what I want now? I want Sage to take this into the lab and do his own thing with it. Because I have a feeling, Sage, that the loquacious saline solution would really prop this up.
Wait, what's the loquacious?
Dude, I told you he's a freaking chemist about this stuff. He has a solution that he uses on the few of our drinks.
Yeah.
That is 15% saline, 5% MSG. And then 1 drop in the drink. And that wakes up all the sugars out of it.
Yeah.
Just like putting salt on water.
Salt on water, yeah. Right.
You know?
Okay.
So can you imagine just a hit of saline in that? That would probably.
Oh, so here he goes. So third in state, first in no flow. So yeah, he was the first. Yeah, he was the first. I know for a fact. You were the first at North Florida.
Right.
And I knew you were super early on, which is, I mean, not that every patient was, I mean, obviously important, but I mean, that is one of the reasons, probably why, there was so much hype, over your case. Cause here you go. I mean, we've launched this new product and you're the third, in the state. And I think I remember you telling me, the doctor, I think you said it's Dr. O'Meara, if I'm not mistaken, was, the physician, and he was like, yeah, we're going to try this Impella device, So, I mean, kudos to him, for, taking that step, that leap of faith, if you would, for a new guy. So you have to think about this. So when we first met, when we first saw each other after your procedure,
right.
We were just celebrating, 70, 72, 70. It was a big celebration enough to like fill Fenway Park. And we were super excited about that. And I think now, I mean, dude, we've done close to 500,000 patients.
That's insane.
So I mean, Mike, and
yes, Sage.
Mike and Sage
was earlier, by the way.
Yeah, so I mean, the Hatter. I always keep saying, I got to give your guys the stage name. So the Hatter and Sage. I mean, you guys were, especially the Sage, super early on. When you look at third in the state, first in North Central Florida,
I was one of the first at Shands, right?
And you were one of the first, one of the first at Shands. Absolutely.
And that would be, by the way, for the rest of you, that's University of Florida Health.
Yeah.
Shands Hospital here in Gainesville, Florida. So the actual university hospital.
And I don't know how many now we've done in the state, but I mean, we're creeping up on 500,000 patients now treated. I mean, that's
crazy.
It's pretty impressive.
That's pretty freaking impressive.
Yeah.
And here, it's something you told me one day that just blew my mind, because when I had my Impella, I was in a coma for 2 days or whatever, 3 days or whatever it was that I actually had the device in my system. And you told me something recently that just blew my freaking mind. There are people walking around with an Impella now.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up. So you think about it. Yours was in your leg.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, they went up through the femoral artery. And my son walked past the sheets while I had them kind of raised a little bit just to be able to cool off.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Did somebody hit you?"
Yeah.
Anyway.
No. So
he's 18 now, though.
Yeah.
By the way.
So at the time we didn't have the device that we do now. So now,
right.
And say you'll appreciate this too. So I mean, even since the last time that you guys had me on here, and last time we kind of really talked, if you would, shop or talked about Impella, but we didn't have the 5.5, the Impella 5.5.
Okay.
So now we have the Impella 5.5, where you guys both had either you had the CP. I think Sage may have had the 2.5, may have had the smaller, yeah. Now we have the 5.5 device, which is basically a full flow device that would give you full cardiac output. They go to the OR, they make an incision, make a little incision.
So
they sew a graft. Yes, sir. Yeah. So they'll make an incision, put a graft on. Now, again, you're in the OR. It's not as quick.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why putting it in through the leg is so much faster. We can do that in the cath lab. We can do that a lot more quickly. For a patient like you that comes in a cardiogenic shock state, having a heart attack, same thing as Sage,
mm-hmm.
has a heart attack, comes in, that patient needs to go to the cath lab. If we can stabilize in the cath lab now, and let's just say, for example, your example is spot on, Hatter. So think about this. If you had today, which I don't want you to have.
No, please
no. But let's just move it forward. Let's say you didn't have it then and you had it today. You would have been a great patient to where we would escalate from the CP. So CP goes in the cath lab in a emergent situation.
What's CP again?
CP is the 3.5 liters of forward cardiac output.
Okay.
CP stands for cardiac power.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why.
That's why I wanted to.
Yeah. I all the other Impellas give a number, but they're CP and RP. CP is kind of our workhorse. That's cardiac power. The RP is our right-sided device, and that stands for right percutaneous. I don't know.
I got a comment from Sage for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the doctors were reading the manual as they were working on me, literally.
I believe
that.
Yeah, I believe it, because at that time they didn't have, there was nobody locally.
Right.
So you guys you were covered. North Florida, that area was covered out of, because you have to remember, and most device companies are like this. So those that are on here, I mean, it's not like, oh my God, I mean, most device companies are like this. So you have a company that comes out with a new product, or a company that is there may be 12 people that cover the nation early on. I mean, at the time that Sage got his, there was one individual that was covering all of Jacksonville. Jacksonville has like 9-10 hospitals.
Right.
All
including more UFL.
Yeah. All of the coast, Flagler, Halifax, Daytona,
all the way down through there.
all of Orlando,
Yeah.
Ocala, and Gainesville. One individual
Had that group.
had that. So I mean, yeah, I believe it. I believe them boys were like, oh, let's read the manual. But I mean, you think
that's just crazy to me how far it's come since then too, though.
So you think now they do a surgical insertion, they put a graft on.
Ryan's comment to Sage, by the way. Sage's comment, the last one, reading the manual as they were working on me, literally. Ryan says they were reading from the bartender's manual.
Whatever they were reading from, it's something. They may not read. Yeah. I'm okay if they read from the bartender's manual for me, too. As long as it saves me.
That's why I love these guys. There's just so much going on. There's like a second show in the chat.
I love it.
All together. And Kelly will be one of the first ones to tell you that part, too. That there's always a second show in the chat. But, yeah, all these guys are from aspects of my past. You know, Ryan, like I said, was the music store in Douglasville.
Yeah.
Josh was the Walden Books connection. Chesh is the game. Usually, we have another guy in here named Lee that was the lead guitar player in one of the first bands that I was in. Yeah, he played all Les Paul, which is why I have this one right here, even though I don't play it.
Love it. I love it. I love it.
I still don't know how to play the damn thing. Bought it a couple of years ago. Went, I'm going to learn how to play this. Yeah, hadn't happened. Now I'm just trying to keep up being in band. Again.
So tell me about, what would make, so this is where
Tangent.
What would make this more difficult to play than anything else?
Okay, so these guys right here are designed in a chromatic fashion. In other words, each note is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. There's 12 notes on the scale, and then it repeats, right?
Well, I guess what I'm asking is that, like, can you play guitar?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So that's okay, and that's where my confusion was
I
like,
play that.
you play this, but
My dad tried to teach me this as a kid, and he was a guitar player.
Okay.
My dad tried to teach me this, didn't happen.
Yeah.
I've tried many times over the years, still didn't happen. But I have this as a tribute to my own father over here, who used to play Blackbird as a lullaby for me when I was 5 years old. Right? I'm adopted, by the way. Stepdad.
Yeah.
So my real mother, stepdad, came along when I was 5 years old. He sang Blackbird to me as a lullaby. That dog right there was given to my mom by my dad on their first date. And that's his glasses, by the way.
That's super cool.
His name is RD Dog. And RD was my dad.
RD.
Yeah.
Randall Duncan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty
cool. I don't know if you watched the rest of the cartoons, but the night before your debut, there was one that actually had my dad in it too.
I did not see. No. I didn't see that.
Yeah, the doctor in the skit before yours.
Oh, that was, I did see. Okay, I did see. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So Dr. Heinrich W. Buns. Don't call him Heine. Now here.
Yeah. So that's why.
I want to go a little further with that too.
That's why I asked. Why I asked that, because I was like, I tried to learn how to play, but I'm a lefty. Like I didn't know because
Me too, Ryan. He says miss you RD. He knew my dad.
I would. Growing up, like when you do air guitars, you're like, man, I was always like this. Well, I never realized that. Right. Well, you play guitar like this.
Here's the funny part. My best friend Lee.
Yeah.
Here, 3 of my best friends are involved in this project right here.
Okay.
Scott.
Yeah.
Ryan, and Lee. Ryan and Lee were in a band with me at one time, together in that Christian rock trio.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so Ryan, by the way, says miss you RD because he knew my dad too. But and where was I going with that?
Oh, I don't know. I'll tell you about how I play.
Lee
Yeah.
is left-handed, but he plays right-handed.
Yeah, and that's like who was
Jimi Hendrix.
Hendrix.
Now Hendrix actually played a right-handed guitar upside down.
Upside down.
So he can play it strung just like it is right now.
Yeah.
With his left hand. Over here.
That's
crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Well, so and then when
music with mathematics. That's all it is.
Yeah, and I learned that kind of early on when I started.
Oh God, they're talking about penis pumps again in there.
The problem. Austin.
Oh,
that the problem that I ran into, because I'm a person, I try to teach myself. I mean, man, I've been playing golf. I've had some lessons, a few lessons, but I pretty much teach myself golf. And when I find something wrong, I'm like, all right, I got to figure out, like, on YouTube or look at, whatever, which probably is not a good thing. But I try to teach myself, like, guitar as well. And the problem is back then when I was trying to learn to do that is there was I had a left-handed guitar, but there was really no, like, when you looked at pictures in a book of, like, where to put your fingers, it was like
it was always
so I had to kind of like, okay, so
right,
so just do this with my and so it was
when you're looking at tab though, that's still going to translate properly over to the left hand side.
Well, and I never properly learned how to read music.
Right,
that's
where tab comes in handy.
Yeah.
Because in your case of the guitar players, they have a different way that they can use to script out music rather than just doing the quarter notes, half notes, and all that kind of stuff. They have tablature. That's what it's called. It basically just shows the 6 strings of the guitar and your positions for each finger. Right?
Okay.
So in that case, if you're looking at the tablature, it's going to translate from your right hand to your left hand because you're still going to be putting the fingers in the same positions on that side. You see what I mean? So all you got to do is really, when you see a 5, you know the 5th fret. When you see a 7, you know the 7th fret.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
On that kind of thing. So.
All right.
Yeah, and that's one of those situations where
if my wife,
I know the technical stuff, but I still can't play the fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, so I had some funny things that I remember saying, like, well, one, if my wife is still on.
I remember Paul Mack.
Yeah, if my wife is still on, I'm gonna learn to play, because that was my whole thing. I wanted to learn to play and be able to kind of strum something, be a little romantic. But I always told her, I was like, man, I had to stop playing because I broke my G string.
All righty then. A broken G string is not necessarily a bad thing.
I literally did. I broke my G string and just never got it restrung. I was like, I'm done.
All right, let's kind of catch up in the chat here. He says, this is Chesh. He says, Jimi Hendrix was left-handed, turned a regular guitar upside down and strung it upside down and played it. Very true. Let me point out something about that, though, too. Being from the music industry, working in music store as long as I did, in order to do that, you have to set up the guitar differently because
the bridge,
intonation, right? The intonation is set a particular way down here. So if you turned it around and put your heavier string on the top over here and your lighter weight string on the bottom, you're going to have to change the intonation over here so that when you hit your harmonics, they're going to be proper. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of times he did actually play this Chesh, just to let you know, fully upside down. So he played with the E string, the low E on bottom, and a high E on top when he played a guitar in that position. Now later, Fender made him a left-handed guitar. So he could flip around and play it all in the right position.
Was that what, I mean, at that point in time, was that
Yeah.
Like the first. I mean,
I don't know if it was the first, but it certainly had to be one of the first.
Yeah, because when mine was obviously an acoustic guitar, and it was a Fender, and it was a left-handed. It was strung appropriately, but it was a left-handed guitar.
Right.
And I never got good with it. I sucked. I was hoping that like one day I would be able to like charm my wife. You know.
Like the old snake charmer, right?
Yeah, like you know, but I never could do it.
Keep catching us up a little bit here. Ryan says no pee pump yet, but I'm open to it. Sage says, Josh, working on a new drink for you. Ango's bitters included. By the way, did you see any of the rest of the cartoon series at all?
A couple weeks ago.
So one of those was a guy that just came in simply and said, bitterly bitters.
Bitterly. Oh, wait. Yeah. Liberty. Yes. Yes.
So I combined him because Josh, a couple of weeks ago, when Sage was asking what somebody thought our secret ingredient was going to be, and Josh figured it out, and it was bitters.
Bitterly bitters.
Bitterly bitters. So that was his character, but he just had a 2-second cameo where he dropped in and goes, Bitterly bitters. And by the way, did any of you catch his shirt? Just want to know. Because those cartoon characters are layers upon layers upon layers, like yours. Every one of those characters has layers to it.
Yeah, I mean, mine had.
You had 3 specific layers in there.
Yeah,
and that was the pump up the volume.
Yep.
The DJ side, the gas station attendant, the old 1930s gas station attendant, right? And then your own actual profession.
Yeah.
Thrown in.
I was kind of had the scrubs on, right, with the over.
You even had a microphone.
I had the microphone in one pocket. I had the stethoscope over.
Yeah. Had the impeller in his hand
on the gas pump. And what he said, like, there's going to be a cardiac event in there.
There's going to be a cardiac event up in here. So not only that, but I mean, that was every character had that kind of thing. Here, my dad, that was a comedy routine that he came up with. He worked construction when I was growing up. I'll catch you guys back up in the chat in a little bit here, but we got more stuff to talk about over here. We're over to an hour and 12 already. We're at 10 o'clock. I don't care. We're going a little long.
Yeah. Good.
So my dad, when he was working construction, originally came up with a character by the name of Dr. Schlitz. Now, Dr. Schlitz was
Schlitz Mall?
No. Dr. Schlitz was a part-time gynecologist.
Okay.
That's where the skit went.
Okay.
So later, my dad worked with this character a little bit more and developed more of him. He actually had a legal pad with some of the skit written down, and I wish I could find it to this day because I would incorporate it in these freaking cartoons. So the character that appeared tonight was my actual father in cartoon form. Okay, his name was Dr. Heinrich W. Buns. Don't call him Heine. The part that I didn't add in the rest of it was he is a prominent part-time practitioner of practically painless proctology.
That's a lot of P's, Mike.
Yes, it is. And you see where I get the alliteration for loquacious libations and mixology madness and anarchy, audition anarchy, and all that kind of shit, right?
It's from him.
It's from my dad.
I love it.
My dad's sense of humor lives to this day.
You have to. You have to, right? You got to keep it flowing. You got to keep the tradition going. I love it.
So that's where Dr. Heinrich W. Buns comes from. It's from my dad's old days, and that's why I put on that little thing in memory of RD. So I love this Beagles picture, by the way, hung over here. It's reclining for about 20 years. So yeah, that's my dad's corner.
That's super cool.
And I wouldn't be mad without my dad. Because, like I said, I was an adopted stepchild. Okay.
So the adopted stepchild.
Right. So my natural mother, adopted father. At 14, I legally had my name changed to his name. So that's where Mad comes from.
Yeah.
Because I was born here. I was born AMC.
Okay.
Anthony Michael, different last name.
Yeah.
So when I went in to do the adoption, the judge pulled me in by myself at 14 years old. Right. So my dad's been with us since I was 5. They got married when I was 12. And at 14, he adopted me legally.
Okay.
So the Judge Osgood, pulls me into his chambers individually, no adults besides him. And he says, look, son, you're the age of consent. You have your choice here. Do you want to be adopted? I say, absolutely. He goes, okay, you have a choice to make. He says, you can change your name to anything you want to. Says, during this adoption, you have the right.
So at the time, your first name was, you said Anthony.
Right. Now I went by Michael my entire life.
Okay.
Right. So I just decided to flip the front 2 names. Pop it over MA instead of AM. Right. So I was born with American Motor Company.
AMC.
AMC. You remember the Gremlins?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're too young for that shit.
No, I'm not.
Don't try to fool me.
I remember the Gremlins. I'm not that dude. I watched the Gremlins. The guy.
No, not the movie. Not the movie.
Oh,
the car.
Oh, the car. No.
American Motor Corporation.
No, okay. I thought he was talking about the movie. I'm like, I'm not. Oh no,
American Motor Corporation. No. It was a car brand before you were aware.
Yeah, my uncles had a Gremlin.
Okay.
Yeah. My uncle's had a Gremlin. I didn't know it was AMC. It looked like a Swiss cockroach. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I always called them. But yeah, so I was born AMC and then was able to change my initials to MAD in the adoption.
The Mad Hatter.
That's where the Mad Hatter began, right there. I was about 15 when I came up with my little signature that I do. I'll show you that afterwards too.
Does every guy do that though? I mean, I feel like almost every guy, not like with the the name, but the signature.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I was working on my signature when I was, thinking that like I was a big baseball guy. It is. I mean, think about it. These kids can't learn cursive. They don't know cursive. They can't. I mean, signing the name.
Yeah.
They can't.
That's Prince.
Yeah. You ought to see my wife.
What?
You ought to see my wife sign my last name. So her first name is Jana. It's 4 letters. Right. It don't take long at all, right? So it's nice. It's J, nice A. I mean, it looks like she could teach a cursive class, right? And her last name was long, right? Her last name was Saradsky. Multiple letters, right? Last name now is Frazier. She'll do a nice, Jana. She'll get to the F, she'll go F, and then she'll just go, fuck it. She'll do a nice F, and then just go, fuck it. Yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute. I gave you that last name. And that was the last name I gave. Like
a little bit.
You got to practice that. Like, why is Jana so perfect and the last name is dog shit? Like, it's just, it's just, I'm like, but that's where cursive's going. Like, because think about it. She learned how to write her name in cursive when she was in school.
Right.
Right. So now, 30 years old, she gets married.
Right.
In her 30s, she gets married. She still has the nice, this is what I was doing when I was 9. She's got the nice F and then the R, fuck it, here's a Y. And she puts a dot somewhere up there for the I, I mean, that's where cursive is going.
Yeah.
So.
Ryan popped in, by the way. He said, Hatter taught me how to string a guitar, and I still use the same technique. So I would sit on a bar stool in the store. Yeah, because I'd look around the store. We had a bunch of guitars in there. And if there were any with rust on the strings, I would pull it down and go ahead and restring it. Right? Mm-hmm. And plus, I would do it commercially too. You know, if anybody needed a guitar restrung, so I would come in a bar stool just like this and sit up on it. Ryan can tell you this exactly like this, and I would restring and tune the entire guitar in 20 minutes flat. I can't play one, but I can restring and tune one like a pro.
Yeah, so you know,
like a tech, you know.
I had a little box. You know, you push the button and then you strum it, and it'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like auto tune box. You know, auto tuner. You know,
I didn't do that. I'd go over to the piano and do it by ear.
Really,
and it was almost always perfect because I have an incredible ear, and I always have. It was one of the things that surprised my dad. Because I would take something to him that I was listening to, and he'd go, "Can you hear this guitar part right here?" And he'd go, "No, I don't hear that." It goes, and he'd listen back to him and go, "Holy shit, how did you hear that out of that?" So I've always been really good at picking individual parts out of musical compositions. You know, being able to pull the bass, pull the guitar, pull the keyboards, and hear those individual parts of it.
Were you ever able to could you hear music?
Oh yeah.
Could you hear music and then be able to play it?
I'm an ear player.
Really?
I cannot read music.
Yeah. So you know what, you know, it kind of reminds me of the, you know, I'm a big movie buff too. The reason why I asked that is because I'm not, like I said, I can't read music. I tried to teach myself how to play the guitar.
Right.
Somebody say something that's funny.
Sage, have a good evening, brother. You're on your fourth. We're in our 1.5. We're going to be shutting it down here shortly because I got
Sage. Yeah, same here. Same here. Yeah, that's a little after 10. But
yeah.
You know what it reminds me of is I don't know if you've ever seen that movie Drumline.
Yes.
Right?
Oh,
so
remember I was drumline.
Yeah, you were drumline. Well, okay, so I was, you know, and no offense to anybody out there that was in band. I never was disrespectful to anybody in band. But you know, I was always
except for this one time in band camp.
Except for this one time in band, you know. But that was with a girl. You know, so, but no. So I you know, because I was an athlete. You know, I played football, played baseball, basketball, you know, so I wasn't like the band guy, but I always thought what they did, it always intrigued me, which is, I think that like where like now I get intrigued by like things that, you know, just because I don't know them or understand them, I'm still very intrigued by them. Like I don't have any tattoos, but I'm always intrigued by people that have tattoos or they get new tattoos. I'm like, oh man, that's super awesome. Tell me about that tattoo. Like, right. What is that? You know, like I love that. Like, I love everybody's unique, you know, personalities and like what they, you know, but I don't even remember what I was saying now. But we were talking about we were talking about band. But
one time at band camp.
One time at band camp. But so. I had an understanding of band, and I had an understanding. I had friends, you know, everywhere. But when I was kind of friends with everybody. But
that's kind of big.
I didn't. Yeah,
you know, I was a hood. I was friends with all the groups.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of the jock, but I was friends with you know, everybody. Yeah. But I didn't really gain the knowledge of like band and stuff until I watched that.
Right.
The drumline.
Right.
And I love the, you know, on the snares. I was like, man. And I was just like, I wish I could do that. And I'm like, dude, I don't have the skills. This is some badass shit, man. Yeah, so, you know, I watched the movie and
Hell Dog.
Yeah.
With 3 drums. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I and so
he tried to teach me. That wasn't my thing either.
Well, I see the movie, and it's like, you know, the guy that's played by Nick Cannon, you know, he don't know music. He can't read music, and you got to do that to be on the drum line.
Right.
But he could hear, and he could pick it up and he would be better than you.
Yep.
If you can read music, it don't matter. I'm going to be better than you.
Yep.
And so, but you were one that you couldn't read, but man, you could.
I could pick up the ear.
Yeah, and
now back in the band days, I could read rhythms with no problem.
Right.
So I can read drum transcript. It's the notes that I have the problem with. Yes, I know Every Good Boy Does Fine. I know Face. I know all that shit. It will take me 3 hours to read a piece of sheet music and comprehend it enough to be able to play a piece of it.
Yeah.
But if I hear it, 10, 15 minutes, I can usually pick most of it up. And that's what my dad always told me was my gift right there. Not the playing ability itself, but my ear.
Yeah. And I think go back to the movie, right? So go back to that, like there was that slowdown moment when he saw the guy on the rhythm playing the snare, and there was that slowdown, right? And he just looked at it, and he was like 1 2 2 2 1 2 2
right
1 2 2 2 2, and then he just
right. I'll get back to you in a minute.
And like he had it was like nothing, and they were like, "What?" Like, and he didn't look. And they were like, "Dude, he didn't look once at his sheet music."
Right.
And it's like, no, because he
learned it.
He learned it by sound.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably better.
I wouldn't say necessarily better. I'd say it's an extension of the same talent. Because if I had been properly taught to read music at the time, and that's nothing against my band director Jeff Crompton, because I was a drum line guy. Well, so it was nothing but rhythms, as far as what I was supposed to learn during that time. But if I had paid attention more when I switched over to keyboard and to the chromatic music, the actual melodic side of the percussion, if I had paid attention more and learned to read music, I probably could have. But what I was scared of was my mom had my ear, right? But as soon as she took piano lessons, her ear was gone. She could play by looking at the sheet. She couldn't pick it up by hearing it anymore. But the way she got into piano lessons was hearing my uncle do the piano lessons and coming and sitting behind him and playing it without any sheet music.
Yeah.
So my grandparents went, "Ooh, we need to get her lessons too."
If you had to pick one, and what I mean by that,
ear training all day long.
Yeah.
In my case, in my specific case,
everybody
has a different learning style.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different comprehension style as well. So, in my case, I'm not a visual learner. I'm a let's do it learner. I'm a hands-on.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, I'm also hands-on as far as the ear is concerned. My eyes don't work the same way. My eyes don't connect with my hands the way my ears do.
Right. No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I can see where when my mom got lessons and it retaught her to train her fingers to do the things that this was saying to do.
Yeah.
I can see where it took this part out of it altogether.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I never had any really formal lessons. My tutelage was coming up through drum corps in band. And then my dad, when I was 12 years old, sat down at the piano with me. And while he was on his guitar and me on the piano, he taught me theory. And musical theory has to do with the relations between the notes. Right? So you learn what notes go with each other, what notes play well with each other, that kind of thing. That's how he taught me music overall. But since my medium was being taught on the piano, that was where I gravitated to, was back to the chromatic percussion. Because I've always been a percussionist by nature anyway. I started out 10 years old with a drum set. Can I play a drum set now? No.
Your parents might say you couldn't have played it then.
Right. So let's go back and check on this chat a little bit. Chesh says, I mix tequila, shine, and Everclear. Holy shit, dude. That's a bounty hunter cocktail if I ever heard one. Ryan says, the mix I used to pressure wash my driveway, Chesh. Sage says, very interesting being on this side on a phone. Someone at Rumble needs an ass whipping. Mud stomping, Chesh says. Michael has a perfect ear, Ryan says.
Nice.
Ryan and I bonded over sitting around at the pianos over at the Music Depot, dude. I mean, that's where we developed our friendship right there. It was some shit right there. Ryan's so very impressive to a hack like me. Dude, you learned from me and you still apply that shit to this day. And I didn't even know I was teaching you at the time because I didn't even know I had the ability to teach. But obviously,
I love the next two. If you guys are still on this, is great. I love the next two. If I'm not mistaken, these are your two Marines.
All right, Sage and Sage.
I love the next two. Sage says, I want to beat the ass out of some piece of shit programmer in India that's working for Rumble. and then you're a Marine, right? And he goes, let's do it, Sage. I mean, dude, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's your Marines, dude. I love it. I love it.
Ryan says, thank you for saving my good friend's life.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Yeah, absolutely, man. I've said it most of the times, man. It's just I was small kink in the wheel, small.
Every little cog in that piece of machinery.
Yeah.
Is the reason that I'm still sitting here right here with you today.
Yeah.
Drinking this drink that we just had.
Yeah, dude. I love it. I love being able to, share this moment with you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, again,
how many of your patients do you have this kind of interaction with?
None. I mean, none.
Right. I just have to be local.
I haven't had some adult beverages, some libations with my patients. I have some patients that I have relationships with, but none like this, man. None is as meaningful and
well, it's really incredible to have you here tonight. It really is. It means so much that you were able to come in and do this tonight, and doing the cartoons this week with all of you guys was so much freaking fun. It really was.
Yeah, it's cool.
I wish Lee was here tonight because he had 3 appearances in the cartoons actually.
Love it.
Okay, so Scott says, Sage says he does have an immaculate ear, so impressive. And I will say this, Sage is the only non-musician I've ever been around that has an ear as good as mine.
Oh, yeah.
He can hear every bit of the shit that I can. It doesn't take me a minute to point it out to him sometimes.
No, Sage a musician as well. Really?
No, but his daughter is and plays practically every instrument.
I mean, dude, that's just one of the things, man. I've always wanted to. I've just never learned to, play an instrument, All
right, let me catch us up here again, and then we're going to go ahead and get ready to sign off because it is after 10 p.m., y'all. All right, let's draw back here. Okay, POS programmer. There we go. I found it. Immaculate, so impressive. Go easy on the Indians, Chesh. That was Ryan. I have too many personalities. Ask Hatter. Well, yeah, we kind of share that, Chesh. That's why you and I get along so well. Sage says, Chesh, ain't it funny how we can just instantly switch gears? Yeah, it is. It's all feel. You boys think I like this side more? Sage says. Agreed, Sage. We'll make it interesting. Recording music takes all the fun out of it. Reading music takes all the fun out of it. Ryan, I will agree with you on that. Ryan is another one of those who plays by feel. He is a much better pianist than I am. Now, I tend to be a little better at some of the other aspects of keyboards at times than he is. He doesn't give himself nearly enough credit, though, because I've heard this man play The Doors, Light My Fire, Both hands. And he says he's not a keyboard player. Bullshit. All right. Sage says, Hattie's going to be talking to me. I'm going to be typing with you fucks. Ryan says, my note spacing is horrible, but it feels good to play. Sage, Ryan, you talking maturization or music? Sorry, lost that last part of the chat. Look at these boys getting all nostalgic. He said, it is cool. I smell old age because of the drink. What? That's a brand new drink, man. Where do you smell old age out of that shit?
That means we were talking too much.
That's right. Yeah. All right. So here really does mean a lot. Yes, Sage really does mean a lot. That's a lie. Yes, she does. Plus, she wrestles pythons in the Everglades. His daughter. Oh, dude, his daughter is badass. She seriously wrestles pythons in the Everglades.
Jesus Lord. She's single? And I'm not asking for me because I'm just like, I don't know a guy, a guy that might want to be with her.
Oh, man.
Jeez, she sounds tough.
She is, and she's the one that can play any freaking instrument she wants to just at the drop of a damn hat. I mean, this girl impresses the shit out of me, dude. All right, guys.
Yeah.
It is now 10:21. We have been on for an hour and 36. That's actually one of our longer shows ever.
You also had me on it, dude. I will talk people's ear off. We were a little bit behind schedule, but
that's
still
good. Yeah, we started a little late. No big deal there, as far as that goes. I am going to get a set to play out over here.
Yeah.
So we're just going to vamp for a little bit in the meantime. So Derek, tell us, while I've got you sitting here, what is your favorite type of music? That's not going to color anything that I'm about to play. Play out.
Man, I
come back on camera.
I'm so sorry. I thought I was about to. I don't know. I mean, I would say right now it's probably 80s rock. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit.
That's what I grew up with.
I'm a little bit of everything, man. A little bit of everything.
Well, here, this selection will thrill you then because it is actually late 70s rock.
You're gonna have to.
We can hook back up to the Bluetooth over here. Go right ahead, sir. Hey, turn your mic off though. Leave your mic in here. We're gonna play all out. I gotta figure out. There we go. Drop the rumble out and take care of it. All right, guys. Well, we have reached the end of our show this evening. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you enjoyed the cartoons this week. Sage says she's the biggest, toughest pipsqueak you've ever met. Yeah, I would agree with that too, dude. Ryan, Chesh, Sage, Joshua, thank you for being with us tonight. Derek, I appreciate your co-hosting. He'll be out in a minute. I won't leave without letting him come back out. So, there's our buddy. So we got a little Rush Xanadu to play us out back here.
I love it. I love it.
Have a seat, sir.
Love it.
Yeah, so we will see you guys next week. Sage will be back in his normal place over here. I don't know what we're doing yet, but we'll figure that out. Check out the tunes this week because we're in our tune phase right now. If you haven't done so, please go back and check out our tune time this week. There is a specific playlist on YouTube that's at Loquacious Libations. Look for the Tune Time playlist, and you'll be able to see all the cartoons that we did this week. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Dude, appreciate you coming in and co-hosting with us. And we're going to have you back sometime, probably in the middle of our anniversary area. So let's do October, November, somewhere around there.
I love it.
All right, brother.
I'm always down for it. So
And that's right. Safe just reminded me. November 11th. Get your playlist in, boys. Come see Rush with me and Sage. You've got to go back and watch the entire Rum Odyssey and pick out the 61 different songs, title, and artist, and include the one that Sage said last week, which I'm not going to say that again. You guys have a great week. I will see you next week, Derek. Thank you again for joining us.
Guys, thank you. Thank you.
Have an awesome time, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.